There was a recent Xbox event called the Developer Direct 2026. I see it's number 5 on trending for gaming. It was streamed a day ago, and it looks like it's approaching 1 million views, which is kind of neat. I haven't seen this yet. I do know that two of the big announcements from this are the new Forza Horizon game, as well as a new Fable game. Beyond that, I'm not sure what they announced, so I figured let's take a look at it and see if there's anything to be excited about. Now, I am going to be watching this from the perspective of somebody who plays games predominantly on their Mac. Therefore, I'm going to be looking for games that are available via Xbox Cloud Gaming, so I can stream them to my MacBook. Now, I'm assuming this isn't a big event, it's just a showcase of some of the games that they've been working on and hopefully what is coming up. Which is perfect. That's exactly what you need to do early in the year as a big developer and publisher.
Welcome to this world-first look at Forza Horizon 6. I'm talking.
Okay, and they're starting off with probably the largest announcement, I would imagine here, Forza.
Hit music and breathtaking locations around the world. And now we're taking you to the place we've wanted to visit for a very long time. Japan.
You'll start out as just a tourist in Japan. Your first goal is to join the Horizon Festival by completing the Horizon qualifiers. After that, you'll rise through the ranks, unlocking wristbands as you complete races in faster, more exciting cars.
Japan is the ideal location for our biggest, most exciting game yet. Full of beautiful landscapes and stunning contrasts of rural and urban, modern and traditional. This is our largest map, full of verticality.
Completely agree with that, by the way. So I've never been to Japan. I'm not much for traveling, but if I were ever to travel, Japan is very high on my list of destinations. And I've watched a lot of anime, I've watched a lot of videos featured in Japan, and just from what I've seen, Japan has this great mix of urban, suburban, and rural, and these beautiful landscapes. So I think it's a great location for the next Forza Horizon.
Supporting creative collaborations between Japanese and Western video game studios. Over the course of production, I had many conversations with the team about the nuances and the details of Japanese culture.
Okay. So I was gonna mention early on in this video when they were showing some of the races,
when we discussed naming
the landscapes to me did not scream like this is Japan, but that one that they just showed there, I mean, that one made me think Japan.
Numbers are considered fortunate in Japan.
Time lapses of real Japanese skies, photogrammetry of trees and geology, scans of roads and buildings, and things as simple as water kick-up and
that's beautiful.
And cherry blossoms respond to passing cars.
Although I am most interested in like this right here, the countryside, I'm curious what they did with like this, the dense urban landscapes.
With multiple districts, each with a unique identity. We work to create a city.
Oh, look at that.
Every corner and every shortcut is fun to drive and a delight to explore.
Our new customizable garages are the perfect place.
Again, so this is a good example. I mean, that to me screams Japan. But some of the other landscapes, I mean, it doesn't scream Japan. So it's nice to see something a bit more, I don't know if historic is the right word, but something that, you know, to us over in the Western world, we look at and say, okay, we know that we're in Japan.
Mountain Valley starts off completely empty and overgrown. From everyone here at Playground Games and Turn 10 Studios, we hope you've enjoyed this first look at some of the new features we've been working on, and that you're as
I mean, that was a pretty extensive look at the new Forza Horizon game,
on the 19th of May.
Which makes sense. I'm sure it's probably the most interesting title to be announced or to be shown off during this developer direct.
For more updates about the game over the coming months, and thanks for joining us. We can't wait to see you in Forza Horizon 6 as we discover Japan together.
Have they said anything about release date or what platforms it's releasing on. I don't think they have yet. Okay. Release date May. Pre-order today. And it is going to be on Xbox Cloud. Perfect. So I definitely will be resubscribing to xCloud in order to try that game out. That's one of my favorite series on the Xbox. So it's a no-brainer. Now what do we have here?
皆さんこんにちは。ゲームフリークのゼネラルプロデューサー大森茂です。ここは東京にある
Here's a pretty old studio, Game Freak. They've been around for a while.
Reincarnation はかつてない新しい体験を作り出すことに主眼を。
This is the game here, Beast of Reincarnation.
ギアプロジェクトから生まれた新しい挑戦です。
So it's a third-person action adventure, but you have a dog.
バトルプランナーやサウンドマネージャーを務めてきました。ただ新しいゲームに挑戦したいという強い衝動もずっとあったんです。
汚れと呼ばれる寄生植物が蔓延している世界がかつての文明の廃棄を覆い尽くすほどまでに植物が生い茂った過酷な
Parasitic plants. Sounds like a Last of Us idea. Oh, she's actually using the plants to maneuver.
操ることのできる鶴のような紙をエマの能力にすることになりプロトタイプも出来上がってきました。そしてそれがエマという人物のバックグラウンドとキャラクターデザインを形作っていったんです。
しっくりとくるモチーフを見出しゲームデザインとモチーフを紐付けることはポケットモンスターシリーズの開発を通じて培ってきた重要なステップです。モチーフが決まった段階でコンセプトアーティスト
It's interesting that she says that they've learned from their involvement in the Pokemon series. I mean, this game, it looks so different than something like Pokemon. And yet they're saying that they took some inspiration from Pokemon. How do you go from Pokemon to this?
自然豊かな風景と SF が入り混じった世界をエマとクーが歩く姿を自然にイメージできました。さらに植物をモチーフとした
It's interesting that both of these games that they've shown off so far, Forza Horizon and this game here, are both taking place in Japan.
デザインは当時私が注目していたデジタルアーティストの森田裕樹さんにお願い
And you know what? Games that take place in Japan, honestly, I think they're thinking pretty smart, the developers, because the Western world and Xbox is, predominantly a Western console for the most part, I would say. That's where its largest market is, unlike PlayStation, which is a bit more international. But Xbox is big over here in the Western markets, and a lot of the Western markets, these kind of nerdy gaming communities that I'm a part of, we have always had this respect and interest and curiosity about Japanese culture. And I think that's because we grew up with, things like Dragon Ball and Digimon and Pokemon and all these other kind of anime series. And all of them had Japanese influence, Japanese culture embedded in them, right? So we, like my generation, has grown up with this great interest in all things Japan. And I don't think I'm crazy to say that some of the best games in the world are developed in Japan.
エマとクーの力を強化していく必要があります。そのためにこの世界に存在する強力な腐食体、主を討伐し、その力を取り込んでいくことになります。汚れを封じることができるエマにしかできない特別な役目です。腐食体はこの世界の If の
Yeah, there's a real Last of Us vibe with this game.
汚れに寄生されて巨大化していった生物たちです。ゴーレムは過酷な世界を生き残るため、かつての人間が魂を機械の体に転送した姿です。2000年の間に凄まじい戦闘技術を身につけましたが、
Over the past 2,000 years. Okay, well, maybe this is a couple centuries or a couple millennia after the events of something like The Last of Us. Hence why the world has been overtaken by these plants.
あとはクナイというエマと同じように腐食体を連れた剣士とも巡り合い
Hard to tell if this is I'm assuming it's an open world or a semi-open world.
例えばエマが敵の動きを見極め攻撃を受け流すと空に力がたまり
Like this right here does not look open world, right? This looks like a combat sequence where you're kind of... This almost looks like something similar to Final Fantasy
開花技
combat,
さらに
where you're kind of walking... Maybe you're walking around in this semi-open world, you encounter some enemies, and then you enter this combat sequence where you're stuck in this little arena, essentially, fighting these enemies. But you cannot just walk away.
また別の開花技を使えば敵を縛りエマの強力な闘技を敵に叩き込むことができます
And it almost looks like there is sort of timed events as well. So I saw when, like right now, for example, so time is slowing down and we are choosing the attacks of the wolf in order to complement our own attacks. It's quite interesting.
嫌い合う関係で2人は常につながっているんですエマとクーにはそれぞれスキルツリ
Oh, wow. I mean, this looks like an RPG at this point
をすればクーに影響を与え
with a skill tree like that.
行動すればエマに影響が与えられるようにしましたステルスだけ
Oh, it looks like they're giving you different ways to combat. So you can either play a melee type character or you can focus more on ranged attacks. That's nice.
エマとクーでどのような
So it's looking more and more and more like an open world RPG. But I think the combat sequences, you're sort of stuck. I'm not sure what the correct term is, but essentially during the combat. But however, like this right here, this does not look like that.
遥か昔に汚れに追い尽くされ
I'm
た
not sure.
美しくも過酷な新たな世界
Like with those earlier combat sequences, well, I mean, these boss fights, for sure you're going to be stuck in a little area. You're not going to be able to leave.
注いできました
But when you're exploring around the world and you encounter those golems or whatever else they were talking about there, are you able to just walk away? Are you able to run?
まさにビースト・オブ・リンカネーシ
Or
ョン
are you stuck in this little area, essentially?
本作は今年の夏 Xbox、PC そして
So this is going to be Universal, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
発売初日から Xbox
Wow, it's going to be playable day one on Xbox Game Pass. That's pretty cool.
ウィッシュリストにご登録くださいゲームフリークが挑む
Pretty rare for, you know, a Japanese developed game like this, which is going to be multiplat, is going to be available on Game Pass. Xbox must have paid a premium for that. Now, am I going to be able to play it via cloud gaming? We don't know yet. Yes, Xbox Cloud, and that's coming this summer as well. That looks great. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I knew about Forza. I knew about Fable. I mean, I saw that one listed there, but I didn't know anything about it. I mean, that looks great. What's this? Play with clay?
Our next game came out of Amnesia Fortnite. It's all about encouraging you to create with others, and then use what you create to destroy each other. Don't worry, it's easy to make a new pot if you're playing Kiln, our online multiplayer pottery party brawler.
So, definitely not a game for me, but interesting.
Kiln is a multiplayer party brawler and is just as much about the act of trading with your friends as it is fast-paced competitive destruction.
So you create ceramics, and then you enter those ceramics into this multiplayer environment,
Creative design
and you compete against other
as well as your relentless
people's ceramic creations. This is pretty wild. This is pretty wild.
You and your friends need to balance your pot's shape and abilities with its capacity for carrying water into enemy territory.
Oh,
You'll navigate through the environment with your team's unique creations. Avoid or destroy incoming enemy warriors. And of course, fill your pot up with water to ultimately douse the enemy's kiln and win the game.
So it's not just combat. There is an objective. It's almost like capture the flag to some extent.
Because it's a game about pots that have to transform.
You know what's funny is looking at the studio that these devs are being interviewed and talking in, it makes perfect sense why this was the game that came out of it.
After many iterations,
the studio just looks like something that would have produced something this creative and this wacky.
who can easily make any pottery shape you could dream of, even if you've never seen a potter's wheel. It's weirdly satisfying.
Pot you decide to create, whether you're a budding artist or a seasoned gamer, you'll be fulfilling your pottery power fantasies when Kiln launches in spring 2026 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. This is just the beginning of the pottery party. As we bring
this is pretty wild. It's pretty wacky. It's pretty creative. I got to give them that. But again, looking at this studio makes perfect sense. These are some creatives here. This is not for me, but
for an even earlier look,
I gotta imagine there's people out there who's gonna love this stuff.
That's mean. I spoke to. Okay, this game is called Kiln, an online multiplayer party.
Now, if this game is, if it runs as well and is as fun as Costume Quest, then this is definitely one that people who like these types of creative games are really gonna enjoy. Costume Quest was great. I really enjoyed that one. That was like a turn-based style game, which I tend to not enjoy, but I did enjoy that one. To be completely honest, I actually downloaded the game only because I wanted to get the gamer score from it, but I ended up actually quite enjoying it, so.
Hi, welcome to Playground Games, where I'm thrilled to share our
here we go, Fable.
deep dive into a game we've been making here for a really, really long time. Fable.
Fable has a very interesting history. So I have played one of the Fable games. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Fable 3. I can't even remember the names of them. It's just part of me is thinking that it was Fable 3. But like early in Xbox's history, Fable, alongside games like Gears and Halo and Forza, it was one of the mainstays. It was one of the big first-party IPs that everybody knew Xbox for. And then they stopped making them. For a long time, it was like a decade, 2 decades potentially, they never made another Fable game, and everyone was really upset about that. Yeah, so the last Fable game to come out was Fable 3 in October 2010. So it's been, what is that, 15 years.
Combines in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation.
Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets,
great environments,
oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas.
Yeah, beautiful.
And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
Being able to choose how your hero character looks.
And back in the day, these games were my favorite. Playing a large open world RPG was my bread and butter. But I don't know. It's so upsetting seeing a game like this come out now. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. It's just I don't think I have it in me anymore to play these games. They're huge
against single opponents.
And it's upsetting, right? Because maybe the main story in this is 20 hours to complete or something, but even if you open it up just to give it a go and you're not committed to at least finishing it, I don't know, it's just disappointing. The game looks great though. Like hands down, this looks amazing.
And deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your
So we see melee, we see ranged, We see magic.
Excited to be bringing back some fan favorite adversaries for you to fight.
The environments are gorgeous, by the way.
Hobbs are back. As our battle rings,
The UI is very, very simple. I like that. Simple sort of radar map in the bottom left. I'm assuming that's a health bar in the bottom center there with your skills and button configuration over on the right.
With their own weaknesses
Very simple.
and defenses to overcome.
So many games today, they have very complicated and like the UIs just cover so much of the screen.
Buying a house, getting a job.
Yeah, see, this is the stuff here that it makes me worry, right? Like crafting, buying a home, buying furniture, moving stuff around. It's too much. They need to have it. Like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean,
having a bunch more kids.
Now they're having kids. You're starting a family. I don't know.
The game is unique to Fable. It's systemic, interconnected.
I really hope that it is completely optional to do all this stuff. I do not want it to be a part of the main story.
Who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality.
In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, beside Forza Horizon, I mean, this is a huge announcement. This is a huge release coming.
Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion.
15 years since the last Fable game. I mean, Fable fans must be bloody excited.
Scratch has two key things in common: a deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back. We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making. There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026.
Look at that. They're coming to PlayStation too.
From all of us here, thanks for watching.
And this is, it's going to be available on Xbox Cloud as well. Autumn. Yep, that's another big one. We must be at the end here, I'm assuming. I'm looking forward to Forza, I'm looking forward to Beast of Reincarnation, and I'm looking forward to Fable. I'll give them all a go on cloud gaming via my Mac, and we'll see. But that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. See you later.